Hey viewers, welcome to another game of Schedule Pro Gamer. Today we're doing another StarCraft 1 vs 1 and this is Stephano, as you can see. And he is playing as the Zerg in the bottom part of the map versus Kiwikaki, who is one of the, well, more famous players that I haven't really had a replay from yet, I think. Well, maybe in the beginning. Anyway, he is playing the Protoss in the top part of the map, so these are two very, very high class players. And, well, Stephano is kind of winning everything at the moment, tournament-wise. But Kiwikaki is most of the times there in the top 4 or top 2. And, yeah, well, these two know each other very well. And they should be familiar with each other's, well, strategies and such. Because of the, well, the fact that they play against each other all the time. So anyhow, we are going to see some pretty normal standard setup. The pylon going down in the bottom part of this ramp. Not really, well, intended to guard the entire thing, because normally, well, we see the pylon more over here on most maps. But he's going more for, well, a ramp defense build, I guess. And, well, the Overlord is just going to scout out over there. Yeah. Obviously, you want to have that pylon set up where you can get the most range of buildings and such. But sometimes you want to set it up, well, safely, so that you can actually get more done with it defensive-wise. And that is what we see here, I guess. So we see the spawning pool coming up first, no expansion yet, which means that he's going to be able to stop the expansion. And, well, with this expansion not coming up, that should give a big advantage to our Protoss player, who can then go for the expansion first, because there are not a whole lot of Zerglings coming out. Of course, well, we can see whatever is coming up here. Oh, wow, he didn't actually manage to to stop the expansion at all. Don't know what happened there. Should have stuck with it. Kind of wanted to see over here what was going on, but yeah, didn't manage to hold off the hatchery for very long, but well, at least he did something, I guess, because he did get attacked a little bit. Normally, well, the expansion only goes down once these Zerglings that are coming up are coming out and they chase away the probe or the pylon, destroy the pylon that is built here, something like that. But well, he did delay it a little bit, I guess. But yeah, well, the Zerglings here are just going to scout around to see if there are any pylons left over, because pylons that are over here can actually cause a lot of problems, because, well, you can just make some units right at those pylons in a few moments when that research comes up. And obviously that research is normally very quick. However, as you can see, there is nothing at all here. There is no gateway. The gateways are coming up now, but there are no gateways out. There is no cybernetic score out, and the Protoss player really playing, well, kind of a risky strategy here, but, well, a unique strategy. Overlord coming up. Overlord is going to scout that, but he is going to be deterred a little bit by this photon cannon that's over here. The photon cannon that is placed there because, well, Zerglings can normally run straight into the base. That's why you built this first photon cannon. He built 2 gateways to block off this entire part, and now he has to run with his Zerglings all the way around here and then that way into the base. And that, of course, is never going to work with 2 photon cannons there. So a really risky strategy, but a very early expansion and a little bit more of an economical approach, I guess. And let's see if the Overlord can scout anything. Well, he can scout something, but he can only scout what's going on here. He can't really see anything else. The other Overlord is standing over here, and with this pylon here, he's not going to be able to sneak in anywhere except, well, this part. You can still drop stuff over here and get something done there, but for now, we're just playing a standard game as the Zerg. He is building a new hatchery, which is over here. It's a little bit hidden. Normally, well, you would go for the gold expansion, I guess, but, well, if you want a normal expansion, yeah, you do go over here, and maybe over here. I mean, this would be better protected because it has these destructible rocks, but then again, if you just take this expansion, you get this one for free, and you basically have the defense of this one covered as well, so you can actually expand very nicely from there. The Zealots are going to take out these destructible rocks, and the new expansion for the Protoss should be available then. And of course, yeah, we have a Zergling over here doing the same, but it's going to take him a while. He needs to attack that 1,000 times in order to take it down on his own. But, well, more Zerglings are streaming in, and, well, the 1,000 will then be distributed amongst 7, and that becomes a much more handleable number. And of course, it is still going to take a while for them to take it down, because they do so little damage to those destructible rocks. In the meantime, the Zealots are coming up, but there is a Zergling actually spotting this, going straight for this expansion. So I don't know if he knew what was going on there. And here come the Zerglings. They are going to circle around a little bit, and they are going to do some damage to this Nexus. I think he needs to, yeah, he needs to sack that, or rather cancel that, unless he has an army that can actually save this, but for now he really doesn't. So yeah, he's going to cancel that. The Zerglings are going to be out of work for now. In the meantime, this expansion is going to go down, because there's really nothing to save it. The Zerglings are going to kill all of these Zealots, or attempt at least to kill these Zealots. But yeah, they're going to lose some Zerglings as well. But Zerglings, yeah, they're pretty much expendable. This expansion, however, is worth a whole lot to the Zerg player. And as you can see, a little bit of harassment going off here. But, well, it is 5 workers killed. But that's about it. 5 workers killed for the Zerg player, which means that the Protoss lost a few workers over here in his defense. But the photon cannon picked up 7 kills. This one still hasn't done anything. It's, or, well, these 2, I guess. They're more there for just in case there's a big attack incoming. But for now, they haven't been really useful yet. I guess they're more there to scare anyone that's coming in. Anyhow, we have a photon cannon coming up over here. The Zerglings are going to hide in the corner. They're going to attack this base once again, but there is no base, so yeah, it's kind of hard to attack that. And yeah, they're going to see that right now, and they're going to just stay here, I guess. They have nothing better to do for now. There are, however, some units coming up, and well, with the Sentry Guardian Shield, that's what it's called. With the Guardian Shield, he should be able to protect his units pretty well against these Zerglings. Because the Guardian Shield actually, well, it gives you 1 more defense. Oh, 2 more defense. From range damage. Oh, okay, they changed that to range damage. That's cool. Well, the last time I checked was really early, like in the beta. And then it used to be it used to be for all damage, but apparently it's range attacks only now, which is cool. I should have kept up with that. So the photon cannon getting some kills here, and yeah, the Zerg player finally noticing that. Wow, look at those roaches! Lots of roaches coming up, lots of tech going up by the Protoss player, and by 1 roach. But 1 roach is not a big deal. Yeah, going to lose this this forge, which means no more photon cannons, but it also, and much more importantly, it means that there's now a gap in the defense, and he is going to have to plug that gap very quickly, because otherwise that's going to suck balls. And of course, well, the 2 photon cannons cannot reach the roaches if they stay at max range, and they are going to stay at max range. And now it's going to go down, because now these roaches actually do quite a bit of damage. And yeah, as you will see, he is going to group up his army. Yep, there we go. And he's going to try to hold off the push that is going to come in. And oh yeah, the force field trap in this entire army. Nicely done. The observer's there because if he has burrow, the roaches are going to be able to escape. But well, you don't want that, obviously. So he built that observer just for that purpose. Well, the defense is going on. An overseer over here for the same reason. He doesn't want to have any of the units sneak in undetected. And that is also not going to work. Happen, I mean. The new hatchery coming up here for our Zerg player, and we are going to group up our entire army over here. By the way, this is not Heart of the Swarm. This is an older replay. I thought I'd do it anyway because I found a new replay site, so I decided to go just top to bottom on the most popular replays, or the not so much the most popular, but the best replays. So yeah, we're going top to bottom. This was a little bit older one. There will be some Heart of the Swarms in there as well. But yeah, my old replay site, the one that I used to use, which was sc2replays.com, really disappointed me lately in the quality of replays. It's from a pro team, so it's a website from a pro team, but they really didn't have any good replays anymore lately, and so I decided to switch, and I forgot the name of this one, but it is something like gamereplays.com or something like that, and they have a lot more replays from players like Kiwikaki and Stephano, and that means that I am going to be able to do a lot more of the, well, the high level good replays, instead of, well, I've been getting some really crappy replays lately, so yeah, kind of going that way now. Anyhow, we take out the rocks there, and well, here that was done a long time ago, but both players going for that high income. Yeah, these expansions have high yield minerals, rich minerals as they're called. They mine quicker than normally, and that means that you're going to get more minerals as an income for the same amount of workers. And that is really nice to have, because, well, you can then spam your mineral units quite a bit. And, well, that's zealots and zerglings. But you can also just choose to, well, get your workers on the gas instead of the minerals. So kind of switch them, and that way you can get more gas. Although normally the gas is not the problem for, well, the workers are not the problem for the amount of gas you get. It's normally just the number of, well, actually extractors or whatever you have that you can actually build, because there aren't a whole lot of gas geysers on the map. Each expansion has 2, but normally, yeah, supplying those with workers is not the problem. Anyhow, we saw a big win there for the Protoss player, but he still has to deal with this entire, well, flying army. Fortunately, the Corruptors cannot shoot down, so it's kind of easy to stop them. And here come the Roaches. The Roaches did respawn, or regrow all their health, regenerate, I guess, all their health, and they're going to be helpful in this next battle, because, well, at full health they are just like new ones. And as you can see, getting a lot of damage done there. But, well, the Hydralisks not really getting the job done. They really do a lot of damage, but not enough to take out his entire army. And he's going to lose his entire army yet again. He is mining way more at this moment than the Protoss player. But as you can see, well, he is quite a bit ahead, but he's also going to lose more minerals. But yeah, 3,000 more minerals, or resources I should say, lost. And, well, the Protoss player still has an army, whereas the Zerg player really needs to rebuild his entire army. Is doing that very quickly, of course, with the amount of bases he has. And with all of these bases, everyone should have a queen. There's no queen up for this one. There's a queen here. Did I miss it over here? No, there is no queen up yet, or, well, he just doesn't have it. Or doesn't want it, whatever. It seems that he is, however, able to spam his units quite a bit, because, well, he is at 200 out of 200 continually. So, really not getting fazed by the fact that he's losing a lot of units, because he's killing off a lot of units as well, but he's not killing off these stalkers. And, well, these Colossi. The Colossi really are still alive, even though, well, that's why you have that army of Corruptors. They only need to do like 2 shots with the amount he had before. They only need to do like 2 shots on the Colossus, and then it drops. And yeah, normally that is very hard to deal with, but, well, it seems that they all got taken out just by the Stalkers. He lost quite a few just by the attack of the Stalkers alone, without any Colossi being there. And look at this, a complete new base coming up. Just instantly built, every single building just built instantly, even though the Nexus isn't up yet, but he is going to be able to farm quite nicely from that. The roaches are going to come in, but he's going to run into 5 proton cannons, assuming that these will not be up yet. But yeah, this is going to cost him a few roaches, but he is going to do quite a lot of damage to this nexus, maybe even take it out altogether. The 2 last photon cannons come up, so he is driven into a corner. There are some units coming up, but look at this, there is a new army up, and it is all roaches. And the Colossi are not going to be very good against those roaches, but the Stalkers are going to be awesome. Stalkers, they do extra damage versus the armored units. Well, it's only 4 extra damage, but still, they shoot 2 missiles, so that's 8 extra damage that you get just for free. Photon cannons coming up, he's going to defend his entire base just with the photon cannons. Plus, they are going to reveal these roaches, making sure that because they are burrowed, they are no longer safe and they have to unburrow to do something. But, well, keeping his, yeah, there you go. Keeping his roaches alive by, well, getting them out of there. And, yep, these 2 are still hidden. And he knows that they're there, so he's not going to retreat his army too much. But, well, with the entire line of photon cannons here, it shouldn't be too much of a problem. So he just has 1 Stalker over there and a new army coming in. But look at the amount of Corruptors there. The amount of Corruptors is just there for taking out these Colossi. And as you can see, the Colossi drop like flies. Really no problem at all. And yeah, he should take them out altogether. Obviously, shouldn't have built that many Colossi if the enemy has, well, kind of vision over you. And he should have had vision over that army with, or over the productions with his observer. Because those were way too many Corruptors to handle with just these few Stalkers. Should have had way more Stalkers and maybe some Immortals, because he only had 1 Immortal, I guess. Yeah, this base is going to go down before anything will happen. And then he's just going to go back, or at least attempt to go back. There we go. Getting out of there. The expansion goes down and the entire army got revealed. So he now knows he's up against Infestors, as well as, well, still these Corruptors, of course, and some Zerglings. The Zerglings are going to be good again, because there are no Colossi anymore. And if he, wow, a mothership up. If he can just make sure that, well, his army stays hidden, or, well, this, no, he can never keep his army hidden. Because even without the Overseers, he can still have reveal them with fungal growth. He's going to have to be able to kill all of these Infestors almost instantly in order to save his army, because, well, if you group up against Infestors, you're going to have a bad day. Anyway, we're going to have a little bit of a drop over here, but yeah, there are plenty of cannons out because of his early strategy. Oh man, is he going to lose this Overlord with everything in it? No, he's going to drop just in time, and he's going to keep it safe. The units, however, are no longer a big surprise, and yeah, therefore he can take those out pretty easily. No surprise anymore, because it took him too long to find a good spot to drop the units, and because of that, well, he did get some scouting done, I guess, but I don't think he actually saw the mothership, which is of course the big ace in the hole here. Because if he can pull off a good cloak or even a recall, then yeah, that can be very, very good. And look at this, another base is going to go down before anything can come up to defend it. Just so fast at it, well, just killing these expansions. And this is a really nice strategy he had there, or really nice, well, thing he did. It's if you press shift, then right click here, and then put the command into flash over here, or to, yeah, well, whatever, blink over there. And then just right click here again, keeping shift up all the time, then every single stalker will walk to this point, blink over here, and then walk to this point. And that is exactly what he did, and that's why he lost no stalkers there in that attempt to get out of there. He still has his entire army up here. Mothership is, well, still recharging some energy, it seems. And yeah, well, we will see if that actually works out. Well, the mothership is of course a very, very big and important unit. Nowadays we have the mothership core, which is has the same spells as the mothership, but it doesn't cost as much. Plus, it's just well, it doesn't have the hide your whole unit. But yeah, well, we will see how this works out. Of course, a mothership is a unit that you definitely don't want to lose, but it can on its own defend the entire base because it can recall the entire army to the base. And once again, this is going to be very painful. Everything goes down. And there is no observer here, so he can't see the creep tumors. But he is going to be able to just walk into the enemy base and come on, shoot down the air units. Oh man, this is gonna suck so hard. Yeah, the mass recall had to come in there